bitches go.
We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. Boxing Ego unpack. Yeah. We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. DAZN raising their price confirmed despite the pandemic. Ego Stradamus strikes again. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, the Cash App, and the Patreon family. We working. Sign up for ESPN Plus, the bundle. Right now, there's no live sporting events, so we're pushing the ESPN Plus bundle. That's ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Disney Plus. All three of those apps, one monthly price, $12.99. Help get you through this quarantine and pandemic and shutdown where, you know, most people are confined to their homes. Click on the link. It could be found in any of my videos, the description box. It says ESPN Plus. Gives you information. Click on that link if you are interested in signing up. And again, this helps my channel in a phenomenal way. So if you'd like to help the channel grow and like to get some more content, consider those. Now, Ego Stradamus strikes again. You know, another video where I told you, and a lot of this, you know, it's just really going over stuff we already know, stuff I've already discussed regarding DAZN. So I made a video, the first one to do it on YouTube, talking about DAZN. DAZN to withhold rights fees for canceled content. Check out that video for more in-depth. And this was a good article written by John Arend. And basically, what this is suggesting, DAZN has started telling sports leagues that it will not pay rights fees for any games that have been suspended or content that has not been delivered because of the pandemic, the Rona, according to sources. To me, that's a terrible look. You gotta keep in mind, Eddie Hearns, he came in the game with DAZN, and I'm talking about as far as boxing. They said we have a new footprint. We're gonna change and revolutionize the game of boxing, and you know, destroy pay-per-view, and before you know it, Showtime and other guys, they're going to be forced to compete and pay fighters, and Showtime will be out of business, yada, yada, yada. None of that happened. Showtime's still in business. In fact, everybody in boxing is currently out of business, as well as every other major sport and live sport or whatever. So DAZN had stated, and this is not me, this is just me repeating what DAZN EVP or SVP had said in the conference. He said this is before the pandemic now. He said this is probably the last year that we focus solely on boxing. So you have to understand, the sport of boxing is like the Wild Wild West. There's no governing body, no sanction that rules supreme. You know, what you can do in Nevada, you can't necessarily do with the commission in New York, etc. Right? So it's the easiest sport to get into. Everything else is a little bit more structured, or a lot of bit more structured, you know, and it's harder to achieve those rights and stuff like that. But we've seen people like Jay-Z and 50 Cent peek in and pop their head in the sport, try it for a while, and then, you know, if they weren't receiving the profits, then they kind of disappear, you know, like Rock Nation and SMS promotions and stuff like that, right? And some of the smaller promoters have stayed relatively small, and we have really a couple major promoters that the boxing world knows. I tell you all the time, what we have here is special. You know, I hope everybody appreciates that. Ego's Army, Digital Mob, you know, and new media, because boxing is such a small community, in a niche community. It's really like the same crowd and same people. And the only time that really changes is when we have such a huge fight like Mayweather, Conor McGregor, Pacquiao, or something like that, that everybody's talking about, even the people who aren't necessarily diehard fans. You see what I'm saying? It's transcending more than just the immediate boxing pool of fans. That's why you consistently see like UFC when Nate Diaz and Jorge Masvidal did their press conference. You look at the live stream of it on the UFC channel and it's getting 100,000, concurrent viewers and crazy numbers like that. But then you watch some of these boxing press conferences and you don't see those types of numbers. So it's an easy sport to get in, but it's a difficult fight game and it's a difficult sport to penetrate. Pause. DAZN tried their hand at it. They said this is going to be the last year they primarily focus on boxing, and what a year it's been. We've had a lot of setbacks, just things that we couldn't control. Some celebrity passings like Black Mamba 1 and 2, Roger Mayweather and Kobe. And now we're dealing with a virus that's shut everything down. So to me, the bottom line is this: DAZN withholding the rights to their sports leagues is a bad sign, because DAZN has already been on record saying, again, this is the last year that we focus solely on boxing, and they were going to try to create contracts or deals and get more and more sports contracts, and I think in America, you have to understand boxing is not the biggest sport in America. You got NFL, huge billion trillion dollar sport. You got MLB, World Series, you got NBA, those types of things. So those are probably all bigger sports for sure than boxing, at this current moment. More people would know who LeBron James is rather than Terrence Crawford or an up-and-coming boxer, no matter how good they are. You see what I'm saying? But the best people in the NBA, the Steph Currys, and also people like LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, who those are. You get what I'm saying? Even if you don't watch basketball and hoops like that. So it is what it is. But this has created calamity, especially for DAZN. And once again, I predicted this. DAZN's business model was full of flaws, and now we're starting to see them. Right now, it has now been confirmed. I had somebody who actually wrote got an email from DAZN and canceled their service. They had some questions about because they must have seen my video where I did the video. Just so you guys know, everything we do in new media is a paper trail, right? So let's look at it. Boom. Boxing Ego. 2 weeks ago, right? More bad news for DAZN. DAZN said prices increased to $19.99 last year for everyone, right? So this is a 35-minute detailed video I made. Now, this is just to notify the populace and the public. We unpacked. So I did a whole unpacked on it, right? Look, 110 likes, 111 now, and 60 dislikes. So old media, you see the number. They got mad at the kid Boxing Ego. But now you will see on the screen, somebody actually sent me this, and they contacted to cancel and just to confirm my video. You see, it says DAZN USA, DAZN, more bad news for DAZN. DAZN said prices increased to $19.99 last year for everyone. And I said it's gonna, they didn't know there would be a pandemic, but I told you that the timing is so crazy. So this video, March 19th, and we're now in April, right, at the recording of this video, and this is what happened. And I have it on my phone, so I'll put it in the video so you guys can see, but you will absolutely see the response. And they were sent some kind of generic message from DAZN. It says, no, the grandfathered in plan of $9.99 expired March 25th, which is actually my birthday. Shout out to the Aries. So it expired on my birthday, March 25th. Appreciate you guys that sent me a birthday wish. Going forward, the new rate will be $19.99. Thanks DAZN support. Now, the bad thing about this is this does not illustrate what they plan on doing during a pandemic where everything's on lockdown, right? So, okay, so you're charging people, everybody's price just went up or should be going up. You know, some people might have an extra month if they, you know, if they signed up April 18th or something, then they might have a couple weeks or a month or something until theirs expires. But for everyone across the board, the price is doubling for everybody. Even if you started with the company and you've paid religiously and loyally, you know, to DAZN without any cancellation or disconnecting of your service, and you've done it, they told you that the price is going up. And I told you last year, this is not just this video that you guys seen on the screen. I told you last year, I think that's bad business. Why not take care of the people who have been religiously and cult following, you know, and they have been with DAZN since it launched in America, and they've been paying $9.99. And no matter what, you were going to kick them off and give them the boot and force them to pay $20 a month. That's wrong. Bad company decision. And I told you that last year when this whole announcement came up. The video, I did videos, I did live streams. You guys could research it, bro. And I thought that was wrong. So the timing now makes it terrible, which is why I made this video. Exhibit A, like I said, March 19th. More bad news for DAZN. DAZN said prices are increasing to $19.99. Once again, Ego Stradamus strikes again. I do a little bit of forward thinking, lay it all out, and now we have confirmation via one of my subscribers' letter from DAZN that said, yes, you're right. The grandfather plan does expire and is going up to $19.99. So I would like my apologies in the comment section. If you doubted us, if you doubted New Media, Digital Mob, please apologize in the comment section. So I warned you guys that this was coming. This Rona thing is absolutely destructive globally, and it's really going to be destructive for DAZN. They're now talking about not paying some of the brands and leagues that they're working with because the leagues are at the mercy of local and state and federal ordinances and regulations, and they can't actually host any events. So not only do you have to pay $9.99 and it's jumping up to $19.99, now you're doing that. If you continue the service, you're doing that for what? There's no live events. And if you look at DAZN and you go to you can even go to their website, right? You go to DAZN's website, and everything that they're promoting, like their bulletins and highlights, talking points of their own website, they can't deliver right now. And we have not heard a response from DAZN as far as what they plan. Look, it's fight season. No, the hell it's not. How is it fight season and there's no live events? So that's a lie. Big fights, that's a lie. Any device, that's a lie. One price, that's the only thing that's accurate. They're going to keep charging you. So once again, the question I posed a couple of days ago, not only are they charging you monthly and not suspending it, they're doubling the price, which is, you know, it falls on crazy timing, which nobody knew that last year, but they haven't released any information that says, hey, in light of the new pandemic, we're not going to raise the price right now, or we're going to do this, or we got some exclusive, Canelo first 15 fights from Mexico. I haven't heard a response from DAZN as a company at all, as far as what they are going to do to compensate people for charging them monthly. Not only charging them monthly, but doubling the price for everyone, even the loyal day one customers, right? So the other kicker is this that I talked about. One price, so they're going to double your price for everybody, even the day oneers, but you're withholding the rights for canceled content to the sports leagues because they can't provide you content. So how's this work? The company gets to save money by telling the sports leagues that it will not pay for the rights and the rights fees for the games because they've been suspended due to the Rona, but the fans still have to pay for the service or have to cancel it But if the fan doesn't say anything, you for sure gonna charge them, and not only charge them, you're gonna double their price. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is not ethical. You know, for a company to not have no response. I could show you my email. It's full of all these companies hollering at me, trying to reassure me and trying to get their profits, and, you know, saying, hey, we'll deliver this for free. We've teamed up with Postmates. Hey, you know, get a Redbox movie and get it on demand now, so you don't have to go out and go to the Redbox. These companies are scrambling, trying to save their bottom line and their profits by getting creative and doing things for the customer in lieu of the Rona. This makes no sense. Paying $100 a year. I told you I don't want to pay $100 a year without a. See, what happens is this. I didn't know this was going to happen, but you pay $100 a year, and let's say you already gave them your money. Now you can't get boxing for 3-4 months or however long this lasts, but they got your money? No, I can't do it. The things I've paid annually, and it's only a few things, are things like Amazon Prime. I'm still getting to, in the pandemic, I'm still getting to use my Amazon Prime. I've received packages nearly daily. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm ordering little supplies and little things because I can't go out. So I'm still utilizing it. Netflix, still utilizing. I'm about to watch Ozark. You see what I'm saying? DAZN, literally. These are the talking points. Pause or cancel anytime. Got you. Full access to all live. There are no lives. This is what I told you in this video, right? Full access to all live and on-demand content. But what on-demand content? The same on-demand content and exclusives that you can find on YouTube for free, on DAZN's own website, or full fights. Let me show you guys. See, y'all think this is a game. New media is not playing or no games, right? Right? I'm gonna show y'all. This is what I'm talking about. Floyd Mayweather, let's say Cotto. Boom. So they had aired Floyd Mayweather fights. Look, Golden Boy, 4 years ago, an hour and 20 minutes. A boxing match is 36 minutes long. Golden Boy uploaded in full HD the whole full fight. You know what I'm saying? Then you can find, like, you know, people who did their own thing with it. But Golden Boy, who worked with Mayweather at the time, they have 5.4 million views 4 years ago. So this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. You look at, okay, Canelo fielding. The fight was 3 rounds. Canelo fielding highlights, right? Boom. There's Canelo Kovalev, 6.6 million. Look, DAZN USA, 6.6 million 5 months ago. This is what I complained about. Why does DAZN, you're an app and it's supposed to have exclusive content that explains why the consumer is paying $19.99. And look, okay, you can watch Canelo versus Mosley. Look, they put the highlights on DAZN website, you know. Look, it says HD, Canelo, Lada, etc. Right? It's just, it don't make sense. You know, it don't make sense. Ryan Garcia, 7 minutes of Ryan Garcia's greatest moments. They have all these videos up here. You see? Look. And PBC came out with a program called Jabs, so I don't know how DAZN bid off them and have a program called Jabs. Pacquiao versus Hatton. See, that's what I'm saying. Highlights, full fight. Full fight. Look, fight highlights. They put all these full fights and Bellator fight. So now, since you have no live fights, once again, look, this is DAZN's own website. This is free YouTube now. Full fight, Ryan Garcia, Jose Lopez, 20 minutes. You could watch the whole thing. Jake Paul, full fight. Bellator, Rampage Jackson and Fedor, full fight. Look. Canelo versus Jacobs, that's a highlight video. So once again, how do you justify no new content? Because nobody has content. That's what I'm saying. They weren't pandemic proof. They didn't think about this stuff. And this is nobody knew the pandemic would come. But this is what I told you guys ever since DAZN came out. I said, how are they putting all of their exclusive content on their website? Now you see why I was saying that. Because now, why would you pay $20? Like, somebody intelligently explain why you would be paying $20 a month for DAZN right now when their bread and butter is the live event and nobody is able to show live events. All of the live events from DAZN, let alone anybody else in boxing and other sports, has been canceled. Again, this is a rare occasion. It doesn't always happen, but other people aren't going to be as hit. Like Netflix has received a surge because they have Ozark. They just said, okay, we're putting out season 3. Okay, we got the Tiger King documentary. Let's run it. So they have a backlog. They added movie. They just added Bloodsport. You know, that's my Van Damme. That's my movie. That's on Netflix. You see what I'm saying? But DAZN did a bunch of clout chasing, which we talked about thoroughly on my channel. Exhibit A. Look, Eddie Hearn said, oh, I'm going to get Logan Paul, Antonio Brown fight done. This is a week ago or something. I never even made a video about it because I wasn't even stoked. Logan Paul told TMZ the Antonio Brown fight is officially off. Sorry, you're a bitch. This is exactly what I've been telling you guys. And now Ego Stradamus strikes again. I would like my apologies. Remember, this is the video of Logan Paul and Antonio Brown facing off, and they were really pumping this like this was going to happen. Logan Paul tells TMZ the Antonio Brown fight is officially dead and sent a message, sorry, you're a bitch. Paul and AB have been hot and heavy in the talks about getting the boxing ring, with DAZN officials even getting involved. See, this is sad. This is looking real sad. Inept people working behind the scenes on this shit. DAZN officials getting involved to try to promote the fight. You see, everything I say is true. I'm the prodigal son. I'm the kid with the golden voice that they all talk about. Told you. So they did all this stuff to hype up the fight, and then now Logan Paul saying is done. And that was before the lockdown. You know, that was like right before the NBA canceled and stuff. And you go to DAZN's page, bro, this is just a terrible look, people. It's just really bad. This is why you don't count your eggs before they hatch. You know, before the goose lays the eggs and stuff. DAZN spent too much time promoting foolish fantasy stuff. I seen some on DAZN YouTube talking about should Canelo fight Conor McGregor. You know, Eddie Hearn keeps talking. He was supposed to be promoting Mikey versus Jesse Vargas. They keep talking about Mikey versus Pacquiao and foolishness. Like, it's like, what's the basis? Why are we talking about Pacquiao? We don't know what he's doing. You know, and then this pandemic. That's why none of this stuff makes sense. It makes zero sense to promote the fight before you can make it, because now you look crazy telling everybody about the fight. You know, look, Logan Paul and Antonio Brown face to face. Told you, I knew I was going to find it. Look, they were promoting this fight. And then even on their other social media on Twitter, they kept talking about it. Oh, do you want to see this? And, you know, they promoted KSI, Jake Paul. They did all these fights and talked about them, but they didn't actually make them. None of those fights have been announced. And then now, again, Logan Paul says the Antonio Brown fight is off. Now DAZN is furloughing employees, you know, and letting go of people, or, you know, they're able to collect unemployment maybe. They're saying that this is the biggest challenge our business has ever faced, and yada, yada, yada. And Eddie Hearn was talking about DAZN should go up to $50 a month. But what happened to bye-bye pay-per-view? Pay-per-view is dead, and nobody wants pay-per-view around. If you go up to $50 a month, then you're no better than pay-per-view. $20 a month is already definitely pushing it where you're not better than pay-per-view. Now you've doubled the price even for your day one age-old customers from the beginning, and you're doing it confirmed by this DAZN email. You're doing it in a generic message and say, hey, going forward, the new rate is 20, but you're not saying, hey, stay tuned for some details. This is what we're going to give you for your $20 a month. Bro, this sounds like a Ponzi scheme. So once again, we were right. New media, checkmate. We control the narrative.
So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.